So now we are going to see the next part, that is the decision tree. What is the role of decision tree in marketing? That you must know. In case of buying process, on which basis the customers are coming and buying the product. That is the very, very important thing. They may see the ad, after seeing the ad, how they are taking decision, or after entering into your store, how the customers are taking decision. In case of grocery item, it is very easy. The TV commercials are doing very big. By seeing the TV commercials, advertisements, they are asking, I need this product, I need that product, immediately they are asking. But coming to the age of 18 to 24, like your age, the decision tree, how it looks like, it is entirely different. So how to create a decision tree? That is today's discussion. So now we'll see first the conceptual meaning of decision tree. After that, we'll see how we can create the decision tree in SPSS. Okay? And there are a number of softwares available. I will show another software also, how they are creating the decision tree in different softwares. So before going to these things, you must know how decision tree is known for the marketing. Actually, this is the representation of the possible solution. Even when you are driving, you must know how to reach the destination quickly or how to reach the destination slowly. That is also some cases there. You have to take decision based upon each and every decision. You have to find out the role. That is called the decision tree. This is like that one. Here also same thing. I have shown one example how a customer will do. Especially 18 to 24, they are going kids, not 18 to 24, less than 18. Parents are coming with us. Yes, go to cinema. If no, if you are not going with parents, that is less than 18. In our India, I think less than 15. What about the weather condition? Whether it is nice, you can go for games. Whether it is rainy, that is raining is going on, we can stay in home. If there is not raining and if it is not sunny, then it is quite common mix. Whether you are having money, if you are having good money, you can go for shopping. If you are having less money, you can go for cinema. Of course, money is there. That is how usual decision will be taken place. Same decision, how we can create. Marketers wish to know about that one. Based upon the most of the independent variables. How customers are taking decision. It is based upon the time. For that purpose, the time series is very helpful. In case of Indian situation, from January to December, they already created a time schedule. Based upon this time schedule, they will predict what will happen. You can see the first part of the January is Makara Sankranti Day. Everybody will go for big bulk in case of Indian situation. So in those days, the sales will be somewhat medium. The next comes during the hot season, that is the April-May season. During that, regional festivals will be there. So it will go up to the peak. Then once again coming to the October-November, that is the very nice session in India for marketing. You can see more sales will be done during this period because of course the Diwali season, this Dasara holidays, all these big festivals will come during October. Then once again coming to the December, it is the season. That is usually Christmas season or even other that one. It is half-yearly holidays for school. So everything will be there. There will be a good demand. So that is quite possible in case of India, but this COVID changed everything now. It is not working. The Indian time-based tree is not working nowadays because of this COVID. Recently, we met one of the big marketer of the Reliance trend. They used to give different offers and they used to predict the sales, which month it will become, when it will be big, what to do, all those things. But he is saying that this time-based decision tree is not working during this COVID period. It has changed. That is an interesting thing. So, how you can create this type of decision tree? Any marketer wish to know. As a marketing analyst, you must know the behavioral part of our customer. So whatever the factors that influencing the customer decisions, we must know. That is why then only you are able to give exact input to the SPSS, or if you are using RN software, whatever it may be. You must know what type of input you have to give. Because these decision trees are purely based upon the input given by you. Based upon the input, the machine learning will give the output. That's all. If there's a mistake in the input, we can't do anything. Decision making is very tough. That is the thing. So you can see the factors influencing the customer decisions. It may be a situational factor. It may be a personal factor. It may be a psychological factor. It may be a social factor. But all are independent. That is why what is the dependent variable is very tough to find out. Only thing here in case of decision tree, the dependent variable may be the cluster result. Only after the cluster we can make the decision tree. So, in decision tree making, for the purpose of giving input, you must know what are all the situational factors, whether the customers for us are depending upon the situation. Nowadays, in some cases, it is situation factor, especially because of the COVID. Recently, in Bangalore, during Saturday and Sunday, the COVID relaxation has been done. Immediately, what happened? They assumed that the purchasing behavior will increase in malls. But yesterday nothing happened. I asked two of our students what happened, because in Bangalore, COVID curfew has been lifted out. So you are opening the mall. So since you open the mall, how many customers are coming? What about the position today? Yesterday I asked. And these persons are saying, even though curfew has been removed in Bangalore, there is no sales. See that one. The customers are very conscious. That is the situational factor. So when you want to give the input, you have to find out what is the situational factor. Then only the personal factor comes. It depends upon the age or lifestyle, etc. Psychological factor, usually the attitude and belief. Especially in case of India, it is the attitude and belief that is playing the major role, especially during the marriage season. What is the attitude? It will play the major role in India. In North India, of course, in South India, it is something different. Even though we are having the attitude and beliefs, it is less than that of the North India, what they are saying. Then only the social factors, especially the culture and the family. Usually in South Indian culture, it is entirely different. Our culture, whatever the parents are saying, it will come as a heredity to the son also. Even though there is more changes, maximum 50% will change. That's what they are saying. So the first thing we have to give the variables relating to it, maybe a situation factor or personal factor or anything. Then only the how we can create a tree. What type of decision customers will need. So you can see that one, need recognition. The tree is based upon the need recognition in some of the cases. If you want to buy mobile phone, definitely you will buy because your old phone has been damaged. So whether you can go for new phone, whether you can go for iPhone, or whether you can go for a new Samsung or whatever it may be, number of things are now available in market. That is the need recognition. Remember that if the need arises, definitely the customer will buy. But only thing, the brand image is the deciding factor. Then another one, information searching and processing. Especially this is relating to the advertisements. In case of an advertisement, you are giving an ad. If you buy this product, another product will also be given as a bundling activity. Then the customers will ready to buy. That is, those who are more conscious towards the discount features, they will come. It is based upon the information. Very good examples. This Amazon Republic Day sales. It started earlier and ended earlier. All this digital marketing, it is quite common. They are moving towards the sales, mega sales. That is the first thing. Then identification and evaluation of alternatives. What are the different alternatives available? How we can manage and find out the alternatives. Which alternatives are best? We have seen in the previous decision tree. Whether iPhone is available, he will buy an iPhone. iPhone is not available. Which phone he will buy? That is the identification and evaluation of alternatives. We must know what are all the different alternatives available to the customers. Anybody, if during the COVID period, we are having number of alternatives, but everything has been restricted. If you want to go to particular place from Bangalore to Bombay, if you want to travel, usually you can go by train or bus or flight. In COVID, you can see during this period, more flight travels have been increased because passengers are worrying about the health. Likewise, purchase decision. Purchase decision, after entering into the store, what are all the things deciding about the purchasing? Especially restaurants, purchasing decision is very tough to measure. They will enter, they will see what others are eating, but they won't tell. And they will take decision. Some of them, before coming into the restaurant, they know what about the dish they expect and they will order and come. That is the purchasing decision. Then post-purchase behavior. Very nice thing, post-purchase behavior. Before buying, what these persons are behaving. How these people are behaving. That is why I used to say that customers as the monkey. But you should not say customer as a monkey in front of them. We have to see the customer equal to a monkey's behavior as a marketing person, because we can't predict anything. By seeing something, customer will come. And everywhere I know recently, we had number of news about that one. One of the discount sales in Hyderabad. I think you can know 2 days back, not 2 days back, I think during the Magar Sankranti day in Hyderabad, what happened? They announced that 50 rupees sarees, huge rush. They closed the shop and the shop has been sealed. So it may create another problem for COVID also. What is the post behavior? It is based upon something before we entering into the restaurant, what they are thinking and on which basis they are taking the decision. If you visit the Samsung storeroom, I think near the MG Road and Brigade Road Junction, the Samsung Opera House is there. You can see, even if you are going to that place for service your mobile phone, the nice ads are coming. The new technology, new mobiles of Samsung, everything it has been displayed. I think a big screen they used to showcase everything. It will go as an ad in the very big screen. You will learn about the product and how many persons are turning towards the buying that phone. That is quite interesting. According to them, out of 200%, only one will buy. But out of 200%, 190 persons are seeing this ad. Very nice ad. You can see the in Opera House, where if you go there, you can find out all those things. If you are in time, you can visit the Samsung Opera House. Nicely, they are portraying different technology, how it is adapted. They used to create a post-purchase behavior about their product. So when you want to create a decision tree, you must know all those things. Then only we are able to create a decision tree. But once the decision tree is created, we can find out whether the customer buying process is going in the same thing. That is the aim of the decision tree. With the help of decision tree, we have to take decision. But as I already mentioned, the decision tree result may be correct or it may be wrong. We can't say the 100% it is correct, because it is also based upon technically the clustering process. Okay, you can say what are the problems you are facing in this type of decision trees. Problem recognition, because why we are creating the decision tree to find out the customer behavior, but we must know whether the buyer behavior will be same. Then the information search, evaluation, purchasing decision, then the post purchase. You can see that one in this is a nice advertisement, nice cartoon which displays all those things. Okay. So the purpose of decision tree is what type of, here few examples are given, what type of product, who uses it and why. That is, before entering into the shop, they have to take decision. Likewise, commercial, is it residential or commercial or remodeling? These are some of the decisions they are taking from the decision tree. Here you must know the gatekeeper. Very important thing. The control variable, it is indirectly called as control variable. That is the gatekeeper. Gatekeeper is nothing but who is controlling the entire show. Even in case of ordinary meaning, he only directs everybody. So in colloquial terms, if you are speaking in marketing analytics, they used to call it as in decision tree, who is the gatekeeper? In other words, which variable is acting as the gatekeeper? That is the person who controls the entire product. We will see in case of one of our example. Okay. Here is a modeling how you can create a decision tree. Of course, the SPSS directly use the tree, but we are using some of the technique. The round is used for decision points. In case of yellow line, it is mentioned that uncertain points, and blue is used for final points. It depends upon these different softwares. Let us see one example of the product-based decision making. If a customer is entering into the mall, on which basis he has to take decision? Whether we are given the input. He or she decided to buy the detergent, while the powder or liquid. If it is a powder, for which purpose? Cleaning or scent or fabric. If it is a scent, whether it is regular refill, then size, all these things. This is the decision, but the decision is like this. When you want to prepare, you have to give the bottom variables to get the output here. Okay? So, in case of technical things, a tree, decision tree is an algorithm. It is given as the data input, and the output will be the tree diagrams. And we used to call it as the node. Root node is the first one. That is the final decision. Good customer or bad customer. Basically, it depends upon the clustering. If you cluster a customer as the good customer, that good customer is considered as the root node. And then the decision node, leaf node. So you must know this thing. Root node is the topmost node, or in some cases, if you want to prepare right to left, it can be in right to left node, but that also. Leaf node is the final decision in case of the output of the decision node. Root node, decision node, then the leaf node. It's like the branches. The decision will be final in case of the leaf node. We used to call it as node. Square leaf. We used to call it a square leaf, which shows the decision making. The exact decision making. You can see income, student, age. These are all called the square nodes. Of course, there are some drawbacks in the decision tree also. You can see. Did the guest eat chicken? Yes means non-vegetarian, no means it will ask the question, did the guest eat mutton? These are the drawbacks. No means definitely he is a vegetarian, but in case of these algorithms, if you give wrong inputs, the decision will be like that. So basically, you have to give the correct input so that you will get the exact things. If you are giving wrong inputs, the decision will be like that. You can say, did the guest eat chicken? Yes, non-vegetarian. No means it will ask the question whether he will eat mutton or not. Once again, then yes, no. Did the guest eat seafood? Definitely is a vegetarian, means seafood. Once again, non-vegetarian, vegetarian. See that one. These are the problems when you are inputting the wrong type of decision. Okay, now there are a number of softwares available. Before that, we will see the example of our how we can create the decision tree in case of the SPSS. This is the file what we have seen, that is our own file in case of decision making through the mobile phones. Okay, how we can create a tree in SPSS package. Simple thing, analyze, then classify, then the tree. That is the root process, classified as the tree. Okay, you can give. Yes. Oh. I am deleting the previous one. Okay, very important thing, as I already told, inputs are very important. What is the dependent, what is the independent? The problem is we don't know what is the dependent, what is the independent. That is the problem in marketing, because some of them may see that based upon one factor, they assume that it is an dependent variable. In some cases, they are having reverse nature also. Very good example in case of garment industry. By some of them, the color is said to be the independent variable. Some of them, the color is said to be dependent variable. That is why in case of marketing, if you identify that one, it is very good. Here what I am doing, since it is the out from the cluster output I am taking. Cluster results are usually said to be the dependent. Because we have classified into good customers, bad customers, like that. Not bad means that customer level 1 means they are ready to buy. Customer level 2 means medium. Customer level 3, they won't buy immediately. So we can use the behavioral part of the customers, that is the cluster variable, as the dependent to construct the tree. Okay. I'm giving some of the variables. One, guarantee, discount, design of the mobile phones, setup, that is markups, few variables. Okay. Enough so that you can easily understand. You can see the tree diagram. Yes, cross validation, automatic creation. If you want, you can say was the terminal node number. Terminal node number means the end, the leaf. Yes, now since the variables are less, it created that one. Yes, now the tree has been created by the SPSS. You can see this output. Yes. You can see this is the tree which has been created by the SPSS for the same file, that is for the mobile preferences, what we have created. Same thing, we have done the practicals. Same thing, now we have created. This is the output file from the SPSS of the tree. You can see, well, but you must know how to read this one, tree. First one is the root is the cluster. Because we used to take the decision based upon the cluster. There are 3 clusters. 1, 2, 3 we have created. So how the clusters decision good or bad customers like that. First classification is that markups are important. The very important thing is the markups. Then the second, this is the first node, says the markups. Second node is the guarantee. It says that guarantee is the second one. And last one is the design. How far it portrayed that one based upon our sample, the decision is take upon the markups. Markups, whether the markups about the mobile phones, that is markup is high, medium or low. The good customer will prefer for the markups first. They will see the markup. If they are preferring the markups level 1, markups level means the highest one, of course we have given. Then they will go for the guarantee, whether they are giving the guarantee. If the guarantee level is between 1 to 6, then they will see the design. After seeing the design, if they are having 5 to 6, definitely it means that they are ready to buy. That's what we can conclude. But remember that the conclusion is based upon this table. Once again, you can create a table and a chart and prepare. So that is what this result says. You must be able to understand that is the good customer, bad customer. Like that, of course, it never means bad customer. For example, I am saying the customer is the root node. From the root node, first the customer is seeking about the markups. Markups means how it will be arrangement of the mobile phones. How it is marked up in the store. Then by seeing these markups, they will ask whether there's a guarantee. Of course, our variable states like that. It may be based upon the input, it may be different. Whether the guarantee is available for iPhone or not, like that. Then, if you are saying yes, then the people will go for, okay, good, and then design. What is the design of the phone, everything. Then, based upon that, if the value is 4, 3, 1, they are ready to buy. That is what the decision tree from the SPS is mentioning. Likewise, it will show remaining thing. If the markups is between 4 and 6, it ends with that one. Okay, that means good customer. 4 and 6 means based upon the markup, the decision will come to an end. Here, if the markup is between 3 to 7, very good markups. One is very high, this is medium, this is next. Then they will go for the guarantee. Here also. By seeing the guarantee, if it is comes in 6 to 7, it will conclude. That is how a decision tree will be constructed. It's a very interesting thing. Anyhow, it depends upon the input, as I already mentioned. You have to create a different type of decision tree so that you will know clearly how the customer's behavior is moving from one direction to another direction. I hope some of you might have created the decision tree for your project. I think one student asked, for me also I have told how to create the decision tree from the SPSS. So this is how the decision trees are created. So based upon that, you must know clearly the root. Here, the root is there. Then last is the leaf. The end comes to into leaf. The others are called as node. Here in this example, here I have selected only few, not everything. The root starts with the markups variable. Markup variable is playing the first decision making. Second decision making is based upon the guarantee. And last decision making is based upon the design. Because I inputted only this thing. If I input, the tree will be very big. So only for our academic purpose and class discussion, I am stopping with that one. Otherwise, it will create a very big tree. Can see this one. Different roots, different nodes. Node 1, 2, 3. How it creates that one. So this is called the decision tree. And decision tree is useful for you for the purpose of decision based upon the customer preference. In this example, it clearly shows the first decision will be taken based upon the markups. Second decision will be based upon the guarantee. And final decision will be based upon the design. That is how the tree is going on. That you can get. But remember that all are based upon the input of our data. Usually, here it comes like that. But you can see the markups 1. You assume that it is the highest value. But 4, 6 is classified here. 3, 5, 7 are classified here. So, this is the drawback of that one. Usually, how we will classify? Okay, 1 means good customer. 2 is not at all mentioned here. It dropped out the true. That is, the customer who is having the level 2 in the markups are not coming under the decision tree. It directly goes to 3, then 4 here, 5 here, 6 here. Interchangeable. This is the drawback of that one. Anyhow, you fix the 5-point scaling, some 7 data is also there. This is the drawback of the decision tree. If everything is coming in the straight line, that is 1, then 2, 3, here 4, 5, 6, here means the decision tree will be correct. Why here it is not coming correctly? Because we are given the input like that. This is the drawback. But of course, the tree we can decide. The node we can decide clearly. When a person is entering into the mobile shop, is taking decision based upon the markups, guarantee, and the design. That is how the result you have to inform to the decision makers. Okay. That is the output of that one. You can see even it shows the risk level is 0.08. So of course, this model is good. And in case of classification, since we are using this model from the output of the cluster, it shows everything correctly. But every decision tree is also having the drawback because the input value and behavioral pattern of the customer will not be same. So this is regarding the decision tree. Let us come back once again to the okay. There are a number of softwares available for decision tree. You can have the Rattle software, which is commonly used by marketers. And nowadays, everybody design their own decision tree. Then the orange, I think some of you might have heard, if you are working in big marketing firms, some of you might went for internship in marketing firms. They are using the orange. Of course, it is open source only. It provides nice data visualization in case of orange software. Rattle is used in Walmart once. Now it is used in some of the few industries. This is an example of the orange software, how it creates the decision tree. It will give colorful tree, but everything is same. It creates the tree, it creates the decision makers, the node will also be mentioned in the orange software. Here is an example. Let's see.
It will ask you if you want to identify your objectives or if
How
you
it
want to
is
start
working.
making your decision tree. Let's make the decision tree first. We can identify our objectives later. Okay, say you are planning to go for a vacation, but wondering if you should drive your car or go by plane. Let's model the decision tree for making this decision. First, we start with a decision node. Then let's add two actions, go by car and go by plane. Notice that when you select a decision node, the flyover menu shows the available valid actions from a decision node. Do you want to resize the nodes or change the horizontal or vertical spacing or zooming? All you can adjust from here. When you go by car, you have a few uncertainties. The car can break down, or you may get into an accident, etc. Let's add a chance node and two uncertainties or event nodes. For a chance node, you can set probabilities for each event. Let's set the probabilities. You may be ignorant about the probabilities. According to the principle of indifference, if you do not have any reason to believe that one event will occur more likely than another event, then you can assign equal probabilities to all events. You can let this software do that for you by not setting the probabilities at all. When you do not set any probabilities, the edges will show a question mark, indicating that the probabilities are unknown. Behind the scene, the probabilities will be automatically calculated based on the number of events. When your car breaks down, you may need to make a decision about if you should go to a local mechanic or to your OEM dealer. Planning ahead will give you peace of mind that you have your plan B ready. Now, think about it. If you go to a local mechanic shop, it's possible that the mechanic would not be skilled enough to repair your expensive car. Instead of fixing the problem, the mechanic may damage your car. So you may model that uncertainty with a chance node, as we did before. Finally, it is time to set the payoff to the nodes for performing the analysis. Click on this payoff button on any node, and you will be asked to identify your objectives if you did not do that before. A payoff is always based on your objective. Our objective is to minimize cost, right? So let's select minimize from the dropdown and enter cost in the textbook. Now proceed. Our cost is a money type criterion. So click money type button. For this example, we do not want to calculate net present value based on interest rate. So click next.
Yes. So that is the advantage of the tree, but in case of SPSS, it will give the sample output. Based upon that, in orange software, it will give the tree. But usually we can make up the tree also, it is possible. That software is used for that one. So that is the advantage, that one. Even we can decide the S curve. We will discuss in the next class about the S curve. And most of the decision trees are based upon the S curve also. S curve, we will see the meaning, everything there. In new product development also, they are using these type of decision tree. Especially in marketing, if a new product is coming. You can very good example in case of Jio. When Jio introduced the new phone, they used to create what type of decision the customers will take. There are a number of phones are coming in mobile industries, even new product introduction, the entire product will be different. In such case, this type of decision tree they are going to create. Okay, this is all relating to the decision trees. Next class, we will move on to the S curve and its types. In new product development, how the S curve can be used and what are all its role. Okay. With this, we will end this class. Any questions from your side?
No, sir.
Mhm.